Guys, what we've been waiting for is finally coming back. The Champions League round of 16 is finally here. Let's go! And listen, I got my predictions for you guys, and they're gonna be 100% correct. I can almost guarantee it. However, before we get straight into the video, I just want to let you guys know that around 84% of you guys who are watching my video are not subscribed to this channel. So you guys could, please subscribe. It's completely free. You can always unsubscribe later in the future if you don't like my future content. Also remember to leave a like. Let's try reaching 100 likes this video. And also remember to follow my socials. Pretty much just follow my Twitter at Nabuto. Just follow that, please. Alright, enough of the chit chat, man. Let's get to what you guys have been waiting for. The Champions League round 16 predictions that will 100% be correct. Alright, the first match of this Champions League predictions is a huge one. It's going to be Real Madrid versus PSG. Let's start by talking about PSG. Listen, they have superstars for days, bro. Their team is stacked. They got Lionel Messi, Mbappe, who is, by the way, carrying PSG right now, Di Maria, Verratti, Marquinhos, Sergio Ramos, and Neymar, even though he's injured, but he's back in training, so we'll see if he returns to the Champions League or not. And listen, man, speaking of Mbappe, who is putting PSG on his back, he has been carrying them all season so far. In fact, in 22 matches, he has 12 goals and 9 assists, which is insane for him. And I'm gonna be honest, Messi is not going crazy with Ligue 1. Like, I think he has like 2 goals in the league or whatever. However, in the Champions League is a different story because for PSG, he has 5 goals. And honestly, it's Lionel Messi. He'll be a threat no matter what his form is on the pitch. He's always gonna have to be marked. And going back to Ligue 1, bro, they're running away with the title. They're 16 points ahead of second place Marseille, so they don't even have to worry about the league anymore. They can pretty much put all their focus on the Champions League. And yes, even though they have superstars, and yes, they can put 100% focus on the Champions League, their play so far on the pitch hasn't been the best. It's pretty much been like Mbappe or Messi bailing them out. And even with all these superstars, they didn't even finish first place in the group because Man City did, surprisingly. Anyways, let's move on to Real Madrid, the Spanish Giants. Listen, they're first place in La Liga and they're 4 points ahead of second place. And not only that, they're playing really well right now, especially under new manager Ancelotti, who has changed Real Madrid this season. Not only that, Real Madrid have the deadliest duo in the game right now. They have Benzema and Vinicius Jr. And this season, both of them together have been going crazy, bro. Like, this is such a great duo. Benzema is one of the best strikers in the world, and Vinicius is now one of the best youngsters in the world, if not the best. Not only that, they finished first place in the Champions League group, and they only lost 1 game, and that was to Sheriff. Bro, they literally lost to a bunch of cops. Like, what the hell? Sorry, that wasn't funny. But not for real though, who I think is actually going to win this game between Real Madrid and PSG, this is going to be a really good game. I personally think that Real Madrid is going to take the dub though. Next up, we got Sporting Lisbon versus Manchester City. For Sporting Lisbon, I mean, the Champions League was good for them. A second place finish in the group was pretty good. And I mean, they made Dortmund look silly in one of their games, so that's good for them. However, I don't really have much to say about them, so let's talk about Man City. Man City are probably the favorites to win the entire competition. I mean, they always are the favorites pretty much. Not only that, they topped the group with the superstar-filled PSG team, so that's really impressive. And they're running away with the Premier League right now, 9 points ahead of second place Liverpool, so they can pretty much focus entirely on the Champions League. For me, this game is pretty simple. There's not going to be any upsets. Man City are just going to, you know, beat Sporting Lisbon properly. Like, there's nothing I need to say. Next up, we got RB Salzburg versus Bayern Munich. Listen, man, Salzburg finished second place in a pretty tough Champions League group. And not only that, now they're facing one of the hardest opponents in the entire Champions League, Bayern Munich. Like, you don't even want to face these guys, bro. However, Salzburg do have one of the brightest young talents in the world right now, Karim Adeyemi, who is doing great in the Champions League so far. And since I'm biased, they have one of the brightest American talents right now, Brendan Aronson. Let's be real, Salzburg is going to lose to Bayern Munich anyways, regardless whether they have Brendan Aronson or not. Bayern Munich is just way too good of a team. They're way too stacked. Their depth is way too insane. And I'm sorry, Salzburg. I really like Salzburg. I think they're a great team, but I think Bayern Munich is just going to topple all over them. Sorry. Now we have another interesting matchup, Inter Milan versus Liverpool. Let's talk about Inter first, who got second place in the Champions League group because they lost to Real Madrid twice, and obviously Real Madrid is a great team, so it's pretty acceptable to lose to them. They're also currently first place in Serie A, only 1 point ahead of Napoli, but they do have a game in hand. And yes, they lost Lukaku over the summer, but they're not missing him at all because Edin Dzeko is doing a great job as their new number 9. In fact, in 23 games, he has 10 goals and 3 assists. That's pretty insane for someone as old as Dzeko. And they also got some new signings in the January transfer window, like Andre Onana from Ajax and Gosens from Atlanta. So yeah, Inter is looking pretty good, but honestly, Liverpool's kind of looking better. Listen, Liverpool qualified for the round 16 in 4 games in the Champions League, and they got 18 points out of the 18 available points. So they got all the points available to them. Not only that, Mohamed Salah is currently the best player in the world, and he's in the form of his life right now. In 21 matches, he has 16 goals and 9 assists. Dude, those are insane stats. And he's not the only one who's playing insane for Liverpool because Diego Jota is doing the same thing. He has 12 goals so far this season, and that's pretty good for a striker who's kind of short. And also, it's probably good to mention, Sadio Mane is coming back as a confident man. After winning AFCON for the first time for his country, Senegal, he's definitely coming back with confidence and something to prove. So yeah, obviously the winner, I am biased, I'm a Liverpool fan, but but I think Liverpool is actually going to win this round of 16 tie. Like, I don't really see them losing. I think these two games are going to be closer than a lot of people think. Liverpool are not going to topple over Inter. Like, it's going to be good, close games, but I think Liverpool will eventually beat them. Now we got Chelsea versus Lille. This is also a pretty decent matchup. So listen, Chelsea got second place in the Champions League group. This is because they lost 1-0 to Juventus and tied 3-3 to Zenit. And then also third place in the league, which is decent. They're only behind Man City and Liverpool. However, their offense is currently struggling to create chances and creating good goal scoring opportunities. However, for Lille, it's a completely different story. They topped the Champions League group with good opponents like Salzburg, Sevilla, and Wolfsburg. However, they're 8th place in their league, which is absolutely terrible. 8th place in Ligue 1, bro, that is so disappointing. However, they have one of the most informed players in the world right now, Jonathan David. The Canadian striker has been on fire recently, and in 24 games, he has 12 goals, which is great for a young striker like him. And they also have my boy Timothy Weah, who has been balling out for the USMNT recently. So I'm not gonna lie, Lille's attacking options are looking pretty scary. Now listen, man, going for favorites all the time in predictions video, like, that's just kind of boring if I always pick the favorites. So I'm gonna have to go for an upset. I think Lille are gonna upset Chelsea. Sorry, Chelsea fans. Let's see if this prediction is right. Next up, we got Villarreal versus Juventus. Villarreal barely missed out on topping the Champions League group, only losing by 1 point to Manchester United, who topped the group. And there's not really much to say about them. They're the previous Europa League champions, but I mean, let's just move on to the other team, Juventus. So for Juventus, they topped the Champions League group with the previous Champions League winners Chelsea in it. And they're 4th place in Serie A right now, which is pretty impressive considering they started off really poorly in the beginning of the season. And also, they just signed one of the best young strikers in the world, probably the second best young striker after Haaland, Vlahovic. Listen, he's already played 2 games for Juventus and he scored in each of them, bro. This guy's a machine. And Juventus' midfield is doing really good lately because Locatelli and McKennie have been on fire, especially McKennie, who has been balling out recently for Juventus. So for me, the winners have to be Juventus. Villarreal will probably go out right now. I mean, they're a pretty good team, but not as good as Juventus. I think Juventus will, beat them. Then we got Atletico Madrid versus Manchester United, which is going to be an okay game. So for Atletico Madrid, they got second place in the group with Liverpool, who got 18 points, as I said before. But Atletico Madrid only got 7 points in the group. Like, that's pretty disappointing. They signed Daniel Vaz in the January transfer window, but he just recently got injured for 2 months, so that's pretty pointless. Now, going on to Manchester United, they're really bad right now. Like, unbelievably bad. It feels like their players forgot how to score, especially Cristiano Ronaldo, who is on the biggest goal drought since 2009. He's gone 6 games without scoring a goal. Like, bro, that's insane. That's Cristiano Ronaldo. And they couldn't even win their last 2 Premier League games against Burnley and Southampton. Like, bro, come on, dude. But listen, both United and Atletico Madrid have been poor recently, but Manchester United do have an X factor. They do have Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, he's on a goal drought, but let's be real, Cristiano Ronaldo loves turning up against Atletico Madrid and he loves to score against them. So for me, there's going to be another upset. I think Manchester United will actually beat Atletico Madrid. And Cristiano Ronaldo is going to break the goal drought here and then, bro. Like, he's going to ball out and score against Atletico Madrid and piss off the Atleti fans yet again. Then, we got the last game of the round of 16. We got Benfica versus Ajax. So Benfica beat Barca to get second place in their Champions League group, only falling behind a Bayern Munich. And I mean, they're a decent team. I don't know much about them, but they're pretty decent. Now let's talk about Ajax, who have balled out this Champions League campaign so far. They got 18 points out of the available 18 points. Like, these guys are going insane. Not only that, they have the top scorer in the competition right now, Sebastian Haller, who is actually beating Lewandowski. Haller has 10 goals and Lewandowski has 9 in this Champions League campaign. So, he's going off right now. And they have one of the most underrated managers in the world, Ten Hag. I think he's a great manager. He's solid, bro. He's a solid manager. So yeah, Ajax look really good right now, and I'm gonna have to go for Ajax. I think they'll beat out Benfica, and then go through to the quarterfinals. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be all my predictions for this video. Let me know whether you agree or disagree with me in the comments down below. I know the Chelsea fans are probably pissed that I said their team is gonna lose, but please let me know what you guys think about my predictions in the comments, and remember to leave your own predictions as well. And yeah, that's gonna be all for today. Remember to subscribe to the channel. It's completely free. You can always unsubscribe in the future if you don't like my future content. Also remember to leave a like. Let's try reaching 100 likes this video. And also remember to follow my socials, just Twitter. Just please follow my Twitter at Nabuto. Come on, do me a favor. And yeah, that's all I want to say. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.